back to a brand new video. Today's video we'll be discussing hysteria. What on earth is that? Back in the day, hysteria was used as a psychological diagnosis for a mental disorder. And you might be wondering how, because when I hear hysteria, I think hysterical, I think really funny. Yes and no. So in order for me to explain hysteria to you guys, we need to go back to Freud's foundation into psychology. In the previous video, we touched on psychoanalysis. I'll put a link in the description as well as in the box at the top here. Freud is also responsible for psychodynamic therapy. What is that? Put simply, is a therapy that's used to bring about unconscious thoughts and emotion. Freud believed that when we experience something seriously traumatic, we would repress it in our brains so that it wouldn't really affect us as deeply as it potentially could. A couple of months ago, I was sleeping and at about 3 o'clock in the morning, I heard this noise in the burglar bar, which was right next to my bed. So I looked up and there's this guy standing at my window and he's got his hand right through the window. I completely freaked out. When the police came, they tried to ask for a statement. It was really hard for me to recall the information in the moment. I'd repressed it, and then every now and then something triggers it, and it's those triggers that Freud pinpoints that would trigger emotions or memories. That is what psychodynamic is. It's finding those trigger points and pinpointing them and pushing on them to get the patient to remember. But how does this link to hysteria? So hysteria, what it means is the psychological stress is too much to handle, and you suppress it so much that the body physically shows symptoms. I know it sounds bizarre, but here's an example. A woman driving along and she came across this accident and she saw limbs and crushed cars and things like that. And it really traumatized her. What happens with hysteria is that those memories, we don't process them, we repress them so that we don't have to remember seeing it. These psychological stresses are converted into physical symptoms. For this example that I've just used, a physical symptom of that may be that this woman continuously feels like she needs to close her eyes. And it becomes so much for her that eventually she can't open her eyes. She cannot open her eyes. The mind is a very powerful thing. I know people always say it's a matter of mind over matter, and it is very true in the sense that when we witness something traumatic, we can convince ourselves that we cannot do something. So for this woman that witnessed this car crash, she's convinced herself that she cannot open her eyes, and in her mind it is so real that she feels like she's never going to be able to open her eyes again. So hysteria is the conversion of psychological stresses into physical symptoms. Alrighty, thanks for watching guys, thanks for checking in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and if you really want, you can hit that little bell. Awesome, have a great day.